Every culture has its own set of faux pas, and France is no different. Whether you are a tourist or a native, there are some things that one must absolutely avoid while in France. The French word faux pas, which literally translates to false step, is something to keep in mind if you are trying to make a conversation with French people. Bonjour, je m'appelle Gorangi Agarwal from Accessory Design Department Semester 2.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Ayush Anand from Knitwear Design Semester 2.
The topic covered by us is French taboos, mentored by Professor Amitabh Kumar. Here are some important taboos. Bonjour. France is the most visited country in the world, with 84 million visitors per year. It's in some ways very familiar to English speakers, and they have high expectations when they come to France. What visitors don't realize is that France is a different culture with entirely different codes, and if you want to communicate well with the French, you need a basic understanding of them. Basically, every sort of interaction with the French has to start with a heartfelt bonjour. This is how you announce that you want to speak with the French. Saying bonjour also means I am entering your territory. So when in doubt, just say bonjour. Better not risk being seen as a ma'alef. Bisous, bisous, bisous. However, bonjour isn't the only problematic aspect of getting people in France. Do the bisous to everyone at the party when you arrive and when you leave. And no doubt there will be times you will be expected to do just that. Not everyone will expect you to do that in the first time you meet. While la bise is a staple of French manners, sometimes it's just a handshake, especially with the older generations. Just remember, la bise etiquette is one of the hardest things to learn for all foreigners in France, so don't give yourself a hard time if you don't get it right away. Table manners. In an eating and drinking culture as prestigious as France's, there has to be some rules, notably with respect to their much vaulted cheeses. For example, in a wheel of cheese, especially soft cheeses, there are different textures and flavors as you move from the circumference to the center. And if you find yourself eating cheese, there's a good chance you will be accompanying it with wine, which brings a few rules of its own. When you are at the table and wine is being poured, it is important to wait for everyone to have their drink and to have a santé before you can drink. When it's time for that santé, make sure to look everyone in their eyes when you clink glasses. As for the wine itself, it is a sacred product which shall not be adulterated. Also, never ever add anything to wine, neither Sprite nor lemonade nor Coca-Cola, no matter how hot it is. Money. If you are accompanying your wine and cheese with good conversation, there is one topic you might want to be careful about broaching. Across France, money is a taboo. People don't tell you their salaries or even how much they bought their house for. English. Even if your French is terrible, it is important to at least pretend that you are making an effort. You may ask, "Excusez-moi, parlez-vous anglais?" Translation, "Excuse me, do you speak English?" The person may say no, but once you get past two words, their long forgotten English language skill from high school will arise to the surface and save you both from plotting. Job. Once you get past the pleasantries, you have to make conversation about something. That something should not include asking them what do they do for a living. French people do not usually ask each other what do they do as a job. As an icebreaker, the subject is taboo in France. The idea behind this is that the job is not their life, so it is a subject that is generally off limits. Personal life. So if you can't talk about your job, can you talk about your personal life? In a word, no. French people rarely talk about their personal life, even with close friends, except maybe bringing it up in passing. The personal life is kept separate from the work. Tu or vous. In all the conversations in French, the big snake in the grass of French culture is wondering whether to use tu or vous, the informal or formal address. Addressing someone informally in a formal occasion is a big French taboo that Anglophones are not simply used to. If you do speak French but are not sure how to address someone, the default should be formal vous and wait for the other person to say, "Can we use you?" Religion. Another topic that is quite taboo in France is religion. Traditionally Catholic, there are a lot of religious holidays like Ascension and All Saints' Day that are still public holidays in France. Not to mention all the superstitions that are based around religion. Non religiousness became the law as the Catholic Church was thought to be on the side of royalty. In effect, French law emphasizes separation of church and state. Either way, French people are not comfortable talking about their religion. So it is a controversial topic best to be avoided. Race. And if they don't like talking about their religion, you can bet they don't like talking about their racial issues either. Beyond not talking about it, French law bans the collection of data based on race and religion, meaning that there are no statistics available to break down the population of the country in this manner. So any discussion about race remains highly hypothetical without any basis in scientific data, which doesn't make things any easier when discussing such an important topic.
Hope this video helped you learn more about French taboos. Thank you for watching.